Hello beautiful ones, welcome in. This is Cleo Ra with a New Year message. I hope you've all had a beautiful time, and I'm going to pull from the Daily Oracle book first of all, and we're going to start with one of those and see what the vibe is. We're going to get a little hint from the universe here. If you're new here, I like to just allow the universe to channel through me in whatever way is needed at the time. I trust the universe to get the right messages to the right people. The universe knows way better than me what you all need. So I'm just the messenger. I'm just the operator, if you like, for the divine. So welcome in if you're new, and if you're returning, hey there, Cherubima, initiates, creators. Thank you for all your beautiful donations and lovely comments. And I'm sending you a big cuddle. Okay, let's get on with it. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing this reading. Okay, let's see. Spirit guides, angels, what message do we need for the highest good of all watching? What do we need for our highest timeline, highest message, please, Spirit? Lack is a construct that would see us deprive others. Lack is a construct that would see us deprive others. Interesting. Okay, they want me to get one more to go with this one. Okay, show me. You don't need to have everything figured out all the time. Yeah, you know what? I really don't like the idea of lack. I feel like it's something that humans, we often get indoctrinated with, but ultimately there is just more and more abundance. No matter what they talk about financially, no matter what they go on about on the news, our beautiful Gaia, our beautiful Mother Earth, she is always creating the bounty. There's a pulsation of life. The planets are always moving. We're always in the energy of abundance if we choose it. So I feel like someone could have been kind of brainwashed by society, and it so often happens, especially spiritual people. We can get dragged down timelines where we're actually enabling a terrible timeline to be created by believing in that terrible thing. And I feel like lack is one of those things. If people believe in lack, they're going to keep creating it, and if they believe in abundance, they're going to move into it. And then when they move into it, they can spill over, their abundance can spill over onto others. So this is interesting, especially with it following up with that energy of you don't have to have everything figured out. And I feel like sometimes people, they want to know where their tribe is so badly that they can latch onto popular ideology and things like that. And it kind of takes you off of your North Node path. Your North Node pathway will always make you feel good. It will always make you feel uplifted and alive. It will always make you feel peaceful and joyful and generally positive. When you are really, on your true soul's pathway, you will feel good. So that's coming up, because so often we can feel like we're doing good when really all we're doing is enabling a narrative that is actually crappy, right? So let's turn this around. Let's see what's going on with this abundance thing. Let's have a look. Let's go. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands, which would be enlightenment. The Ace of Wands is actually all about figuring out who we truly are, having that spark of knowledge flow through us from the divine, from the crown chakra, from the higher realms. So you could be becoming enlightened about who you truly are here, and seeing yourself through the eyes of the ancients, through the eyes of the ancestors. And I feel like that's what you're almost being offered here. You're being offered this wand. Do you want to take the pathway of the masters? Do you want to take the pathway of the shamans? Do you want to take the pathway that is most respectful to your ancestors and to all those who've come before you, who've already laid the groundwork of abundance and of a narrative or a storyline or a world that now you're being offered a doorway into? And this will require you to see yourself through the immortal lens. Not through any modern day lens, not through this idea of anything on earth being unfair or unjust, because that's all an illusion. That gives away our power in the now moment. Whatever we believe, the universe will keep giving us. So they're asking you here to believe in the higher truth rather than some other truth that would otherwise see you dragged into a horrible frame of mind that's just going to keep perpetuating itself. The Ace of Wands is about being a true initiate, understanding that you've brought a lot of energies here from other lifetimes, and that in fact you're carrying on your soul's lesson from multiple lifetimes. And I mean, we can't even see this in a linear way as if we go from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. If we imagine this beautiful kitty here as our higher self is essentially living multiple lifetimes at the same time. So if I'm an old soul and I've lived thousands of lives, I can dip into any of the energies available to me. Imagine if there were 1,000 crystals surrounding this cat here. That's just a quick example of what I'm trying to say. So I feel like there's a chance for you here to get onto the merry-go-round of the gods. And I say that tongue-in-cheek because with great power comes great responsibility. So the way humans see it when they think of a god or a hero, well, they've never been in those shoes, so they don't know how it really is. This is a solemn offering to you. And we've got the Five of Wands here, so there may be some internal conflict, whether to perhaps continue believing something that feels comfortable and familiar. I'm getting this energy of the beliefs that have been sown in the 19th, not the 19th century, in the 20th century, in the 1900s, right? There were energies sown into the minds of the collective. Yeah, self-righteous, virtuous. They didn't understand the true alchemy of reality. And there was a lot of pity conjured up and a lot of feeling like you're above somebody that you're helping a lot of the time, right? And a lot of people enjoy that feeling. They like feeling like they're in a position to help the needy, but actually the needy need to be empowered. And I feel like that's what the offer is here. Are you going to keep on thinking that people are somehow needy or somehow broken, or are you going to break through into the alchemical truth that everyone needs to fight for what they want? There's something like that going on here. Two belief systems, the alchemical or the modern day. And it's not easy, right? It's not easy. They call it brainwashing for a reason, right? So something feels comfortable to you, but Spirit's asking you to do the damn thing and really challenge your mind here, because one in alignment is worth a million who are not. There are millions of people who think that they can really look down on other people's spiritual pathways and throw assumption and assume that those people need their help. That's what I'm getting here. And it doesn't help anyone to do that. Spirit's had enough of that sort of pity getting thrown around here. We've got the Hanged Man, which would indicate this massive shift in perspective, giving people responsibility over their own lives, but also you taking full responsibility over your life here. This is the Moon. See, this is all about things appearing a certain way because it's nighttime, because the sun is reflecting off of the moon. The light is different compared to the daytime. Something isn't as clear as it feels like it is, because of course the moon is about your feelings. So this is about someone's feelings getting mixed up in something that could feel so succinct. I mean, if there was ever a card to show, there's two cards to show that someone's been brainwashed, it's the Hanged Man and the Moon, right? We've got the Knight of Swords here. The truth will prevail. I mean, the truth will always sweep through things like a beautiful gust of wind. We've got this with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So your work is requiring you, your spiritual work is requiring you to break off of some sort of modern day minded pathway, which is fraught with illusion. People have their own agendas, and you need to trace things back to the root when it comes to anything you believe in. You've got to question yourself, why do I believe this? Why does this feel so succinct to me emotionally? Because you don't want that animal nature to become colloquialized and to believe things just because everyone around you believes it, when there's something greater calling you here with the Hierophant. And this could be some sort of cultural indoctrination. This could be Spirit wanting someone to break out of what feels like something they've got to do or something that everyone else is doing. A pity parade, right? Spirit's asking you to really invest in your soul here, to invest in your immortal soul. Because God's watching, right? We've got the Hierophant all over this reading. There's something you've been pulled towards for a while, and I feel like maybe the people around you make you feel indebted to them, like you've got to do something culturally for them. You've got to please them culturally. And God's watching. God's like, are you going to please them or are you going to please me? I don't care where you're born. God don't care where you're born. You know, that which we call the higher self of all beings, that which we call God, knows all, sees all, feels all. You can't hide anything from yourself, right? But we've got this Nine of Wands here, so I feel like you have been maybe covering up who you truly are from the people around you so as to avoid conflict, is what I'm getting here. But we've got this Emperor energy. This is someone truly divine. This is someone really beautiful in their stability, in the security of the viewpoint they bring. So your viewpoint is elevated, and your viewpoint is fair, and your viewpoint is emotionally balanced. You've lived lifetimes where you've distilled your emotional perspective, where you have the animal nature as an ally, as we see with the ram here. But it's an ally. It doesn't control your thinking like a lot of these people around you. Five of Wands energy. Some people are controlled by bitterness. Some people are controlled by looking at the past. Some people are controlled by hatred. And I feel like maybe there's something in there in some group of people. Could be a family. Could be like, you know, some cultural group that you feel like you've got to be stuck to. But you either be the emperor for God, male or female. You be the authority for God, which you've worked lifetime to lifetime to lifetime to do. You've been coming out of these illusions for many lifetimes. But I feel that's what it is. It's not that you're brainwashed, just that you're... This is going to be a really niche message. But it's that your soul's put yourself in this position so that no matter what family you're born in, the flesh isn't going to control the spirit. You've got to keep breaking out and being your true automative self, your true automatic authentic self, because you're an immortal soul here. And you can't let one grandma who doesn't want you to believe in this, or you can't let one cousin who has this bossy way about them control your outcome, your spiritual outcome. That's no good. You've been holding back. We've got the Ten of Cups here. What was I saying? Holding back to have a happy home or a happy tribal life. But that's shifting. Because if people are really your tribe, if they really love you, they respect your beliefs. They can see life through your eyes. They can vibe into your magnetic field. If they love you and you love them, then that love makes you telepathic. They should be able to feel what you feel and stand in your shoes and see things through your perspective and recognize who you are. Otherwise, they're not your spiritual family. They might have a fleshy connection, but you gotta think what you planned on doing. This is about your higher self. Your higher self is coming through quite strict through me, through this reading. Now, what people have got to understand is I'm a human Ariel. I come onto this channel, I switch it on, and I'm in such a high vibrational mood, and I'm just channeling what comes through. So if it goes down these passageways, it's because your higher self is moving through me and using me as a mouthpiece to relay these energies. And this is someone who's meant to be at the top of the tree of life here. And the top of the tree of life is not for everybody. Some people, they'll live thousands. Well, I say thousands. Some people, depends how ambitious your soul is when it comes to your spiritual development. But some people are happy to live hundreds of lifetimes, only getting to the middle of the tree of life, sticking with the Jupiter and the Mars, protecting what's theirs, getting their loot, but they never offer their worship to Neptune or their worship to Saturn or their worship to Pluto. They're not really aligned truly with their North Node. But you're someone who's been truly aligned with your North Node a long old time. And you know exactly where you need to be and exactly how you need to be handling yourself with grace, with class, with this idea of your academic knowledge being vital, but also the stability. They keep just saying to me, you're the stable one in your emotions. You're the one who's got this. So you can't allow yourself to be dragged down. Knight of Cups energy. When we go into the passageway of the moon, the only way we can find our way out, and funny, I just said the only way we can find ourselves, because the moon, the illusions of the moon can make you feel like you don't even know yourself, right? You're mixed in with so many other energies. Everything's refracted. It's all illusions and smoke and mirrors with the moon. The only way you can know yourself and get out of that mindset that the moon represents is to find what you are truly devoted to, what is truly part of you, and what truly represents your heart. And that gives you that movement to fly out of anything and to find out the truth, to clarify through illusion. Moon's all about feelings, remember? So we have to really know ourselves and really recognize our true feelings here. We've got the Two of Cups. So you're hand in hand with the divine. You are the authority here. I feel like they really want to get that through to you. Tower energy with the Knight of Swords. Something's got to crumble in your life. Something that's stopping you taking this full-on elevated positioning. Being able to operate from this true Empress positioning. Because they're showing me a cloak. Like you feel like you've had to be cloaked around certain people. Four of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. But this is affecting your abundance. You're hand in hand with the divine. You work from the top of the tree of life with the Hierophant. You've got all this knowledge, all this sacred knowledge. I'm hearing vested, so I don't know what that means. But you've got all this gorgeous essence to operate from. But there's some energies kind of... I feel like it's family, you know, the things that family expect from us, it can really kind of get us trapped in that Neptunian tank of what they expect. And I feel like there's just something's got to give here, because you've got this, they're giving me vortex, you've got this vault full of abundance that you've built up lifetime to lifetime, non-physically backed up. It's stored for you, there's no rush here. Yeah, this is like Gringotts, you've just got this bank vault full of stuff here, but in order to access it, in order to get it flowing into your reality, you need to line up with your crown chakra, Ace of Wands. Be fiery, be confident, be powerful, and you do that in a very classy way. I'm getting with the Emperor energy here. You do that sleek, beautiful, almost like they're giving me like vampire energy, but imagine a golden, you know, ancient Egyptian vampire. Like Sekhmet apparently was the original vampire, but this is someone with huge power, but you wield it in the most beautiful way. Maybe it's time for you to stop cloaking yourself so much and start slowly but surely showing people the real you. Yeah, I'm hearing stunned by your power, so I feel like some people would be stunned by your power. I can feel the awkwardness of this, where maybe the environment you've been in, you feel like, I'm on the wrong movie stage here. It feels like you're on the wrong TV station here. And being on this TV station that's created by the minds of the people around you is kind of limiting you spiritually at times. Maybe good boundaries are needed. Because I feel like you've got to fight for your vision here. If you're an emperor, empress level, if you're that divinely connected, then you've got a huge responsibility to, first of all, create your own heaven on earth. Because that's the key to flowing out your beautiful energy, unique, gorgeous. It's time to let the pipe flow in. It's time to let all your higher self, top of the pyramid, top of the tree of life, authoritative energy flow in, is what I'm getting. It's your duty. You've got to do it. Four of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. So it could feel like you've always been preparing for this role. And I feel like you've had this mad awareness your whole life. Your soul's been, you know, your higher self's been guiding that human part of you, and you always knew. Your higher self's going to have been telling you exactly who you are energetically. You would have felt the frequency of this consciousness you hold, this stream of consciousness. And they're telling me multiple streams of consciousness, of course. Being at this level of the game, dodecahedron may mean a lot to you, but you knew you were always preparing for something big. Especially with the Seven of Pentacles, there's been a lot of patience you've had to have, because life could have felt like, wow, this just doesn't match me at all. Magician energy, but you had this beautiful, it's like a pin, you know, when you've got this magician energy inside you, you can't not be who you are. Your higher self is never going to stop flowing back information to you, telling you, this is who you are, this is who you are. You're being energetically guided past all these devils for a long time. But I feel like you've cleaned up something here. They're telling me you've cleaned up the garden. So you've done things differently in your soul. And I feel like there's just maybe a few connections up here. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. Then I'll get some more from a different deck. Show me. Ace of Pentacles. There you go. We've got the Hanged Man again with this Ace of Pentacles. So you know there's a big switch up, a big 180, something you've got to do for your spiritual pathway. And funnily enough, they want me to pull from this, so we'll pull from here. You know, an energy really took over me when I was going on about this here, because I feel like too many humans on earth, they just haven't learned the basics, and they haven't got out of pity party mode. You know, we need to pull ourselves up when we do that. And it's not easy, because this is the new shit. The way I'm talking, I've subliminated myself on Abraham Hicks for multiple years. And even then, we're still kind of subject to our human whims, right? So it's not easy to be a top of the tree of life player of the game. But yeah, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. I feel like that's really all we've got to say for this reading. because you know who you are, but it's, you know, it's not always that easy integrating who we truly are into our reality based on our physical location, people around us. But you may need to get more comfortable with hermit mode. Maybe you already are, I don't know. Soul memories and gifts, you've done this before. You're pulling together a lot of stuff from multiple lifetimes that needs to be integrated. So it could be that you live in a little weird town somewhere. And trust me, I've lived in these little weird towns with these hills have eyes type people. Could be something like that going on here. I don't know. But take what resonates, leave the rest. I hope this message has helped someone. Lots of love. Mwah.